Good morning, friends. Let me first welcome you to day 2 of the CII-ITC Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development's 12th Sustainability Summit. Thank you very much for being here. It gives me great pleasure to begin our day today, of course, after the EU-India Climate Change Workshop that we just inaugurated, to talk about a subject which I think is of paramount importance for our country. The theme of this session that we are just going to have a panel discussion on is women empowerment and safety at workplace. As you know, CII's theme itself this year is India Together, Inclusive, Ahead and Responsible. And Indian industry is deeply committed to this national endeavor of building an inclusive India. In fact, the theme of our summit is Inclusive Growth, Agenda 2030, Inclusive Growth. And the role of business in all this cannot be overstated. We strongly believe that all stakeholders have to come together, have to partner. So society, governments, businesses have to actually come together to address the national development challenges under our annual theme, that is CII's annual theme of India Together, Indian Industry, Inclusive, Ahead and Responsible. On top of the agenda, when we talk of inclusive India, is job creation, skill development and training, affirmative action, and women parity. And women parity is really what is the focus of our session today, and we'll talk about that. I'm sure all of you will hear a lot of these numbers, but I just want to say that, one point that I want to make, and I just want to leave that thought with you, is this, that if we actually have full participation of women in the workforce, we could increase India's GDP by $2.9 trillion by 2025. Now that's a big, big opportunity for us as India, and we must make sure that any kind of challenge, any kind of barrier that does not allow us to make that happen, we must work together to make sure we break those down, we make those enabling conditions happen so that this is possible. We also have this theme of India being ahead, and here actually, as we look at, the world is actually looking at India because we provide that white space for opportunities to going global. But in order to access the global market, our industries have to be in a global mindset to compete in the international market. Empowering women as we grow and become global and allowing women to participate in this can actually aid industry to unlock massive potential. But surveys have shown, and our team itself has done certain surveys, and we'll talk about the project that we have been doing, that workplace violence and safety prevents women from participating in this entire opportunity that exists. This is really the root cause that hinders other women empowerment activities as well. And unfortunately, though we are from CII, we see that industries too often neglect this issue, and they fail to realize the economic gains that they lose out if they do not allow this participation and do not address these issues. And that's the really important thing. There's a business case for industry to do all of this, and this would really help them a lot. Now, we also have this theme in our national theme of responsible industry, and I think that's also very important for us to dwell upon. So most importantly, workplace violence is a human rights issue. There is nothing more important than addressing and eradicating human rights violations from our industry. Organizations have to take matters of compliance and transparency also very seriously. This is the only way that we can actually gain trust and build credibility. It is for this reason that CII has partnered with BSR, and BSR, Christine is here from BSR. She will in a moment introduce what we have been doing and what we plan to do. It is for this reason that we have partnered with BSR to help the medium, small-scale, micro-industries in the textile sector to strengthen their anti-sexual harassment commitments. We've initiated a project, which she will talk of in detail. I'll just give a little bird's eye view. It's called her respect. And the objective is to promote gender equality, tackling violence against women, to promote harmonious relations in the workplace. This is just a beginning, I believe, and we have lots of work to do in this area. But we have agreed that we will expand our partnership. We've also agreed that CII has this very powerful network, which is the CII Indian Women's Network, which is present in multiple states. That will be the channel that we will use to outreach this work and to get businesses. And I'm very delighted that we have the chair of our southern region, CII-IVN, who will also be at this panel discussion, which will just shortly follow. And we will expand our partnership to support businesses in the supply chain to strengthen their women empowerment agenda. I will now ask Christine, who's our partner from BSR, to say a few words.